Hi there and welcome to part 9 of my 100-day drawing challenge for 2019. This week I did prompts 56 to 62. So starting off with prompt number 56, which was tattoo. To be honest, this one I was a little bit uninspired for. I remember last year I didn't fully complete the illustration for this prompt, and this year I struggled a little bit to think of an idea, so in the end, I just decided to go with my gut and do something that I'm comfortable drawing and not go too far out of my comfort zone. So I just drew a cute character, and she does have tattoos, so it does fit into the prompt, but I wouldn't necessarily say that the tattoos are the defining feature of this illustration. So you could say that I sort of took the easy route out with this prompt. I could have done something that fitted the prompt a lot more specifically, but I'm really happy with this illustration actually. It's one of my favourites. There wasn't really any particular reason why I chose to draw this particular character or any of the decisions that I made. I did this cute character, the pose is really simple, there's a circle in the background again because I love framing the characters with a circle lately. If you haven't noticed from these videos, I've been doing that a lot and I really enjoy it. I just think it really brings focus to the centre of the image and to the character. And then I gave her really long hair too, just because I haven't drawn long hair in a while, and I don't think so anyway, I can't remember the last time I drew long hair, but I just really felt like it and I thought it would be really cute. I went with a pretty simple colour palette. It's a colour palette that I've used a lot of times and one that I really like, so I went with blue for the hair, which is kind of shaded with a pale purple as well because I really like that combination. And then a pale purple for the top of her outfit, and then kind of a bright pinkish purple for some of the other details and elements. And I really like this colour scheme, I think it's really cute. And yeah, I gave her a couple of tattoos to fit into that prompt. I'm not great at designing tattoos and stuff, so they're kind of simple and they're not the most interesting tattoos, I don't think, because I'm not really great at designing tattoos, but I gave her some flowers on her leg and like a little key on her arm and a rainbow on the other arm and just some cute stuff like that. But yeah, I really like how this turned out. I think it ended up really cute. Yeah, this is one of my favourites actually. Prompt number 57 was jellyfish, and this is another one that I actually really like. I stuck with a similar colour palette to last year, except last year I think I added in a little bit of yellow, and I decided against yellow this year. I just stuck to blue and green and pink and purple, which sounds like quite a lot of colours now that I say it, but I stuck to kind of pastel colours, which I really enjoy doing. I love using pastel colours, I love using pinks and purples and blues, so again, really in my comfort zone. Lately I've been really trying to stick to colours that I'm really familiar with and themes that I'm really familiar with, just because those illustrations always end up turning out the best in my opinion. I think when I go too far out of my comfort zone, the illustrations always end up not looking great, and I was kind of getting really down about it and feeling really kind of conscious of the fact that I wasn't drawing anything that I felt was good. So I kind of stuck in my comfort zone for a couple of these prompts and it really worked in my favour. I really enjoyed this one. I kept the whole overall theme very sort of round and soft, because I guess that's what I think of when I think of jellyfish, or especially when I think of a character that is inspired by jellyfish. And I made her outfit kind of jellyfish shaped with all those little tentacle things coming off, and so I gave her pink skin, which I shaded with a little bit of purple, just to tie the whole thing together. The same thing with the hair. The hair I coloured blue, but then I did add a little bit of purple in again, just to tie the whole thing together as best as I could. And then I did use a little bit of bright pink too, just to brighten it up a little bit. And then drew all these little jellyfish swimming around her, and then just added a few little details in at the end with coloured pencil, just darkened up the blush on the face, shaded a little bit extra with coloured pencil, and then added loads of little dots with white, because I always like adding those little details with the white pen in the end. It just makes it look kind of magical and cute. So yeah, I really like how this one ended up. Prompt number 58 was Poppy. So this one was drawn for Poppy Day, or Remembrance Day. I really wanted to try my hand at doing some realism for this one. I did the same thing last year. I'll probably put last year's drawing up on the screen so you can see a little bit of a comparison. I'm actually really proud of this. I don't do realism, and I also don't draw flowers, really. Actually, that's a lie. I draw flowers a lot, but I've always felt that I'm not very good at it. I'm actually really proud of how this turned out. Like I said, I'm not really very good at realism, and I don't do realism very often, but I attempted to copy a photograph of a poppy. I especially don't think I'd be good at realism just off the top of my head. In the end, if you actually compare this to the photograph, I wouldn't say that it looks the same. You can definitely tell that it was inspired by that photograph, but it doesn't look the same. But when you just look at it by itself, I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. It's not that bad. I'm just happy that I tried something new and attempted a different style. And I think it was a nice little thing to do for this particular day and this particular prompt. Prompt number 59 was to draw my original character. I'm not really sure why this prompt is in the list. I guess last year when I wrote the prompt list and I wasn't expecting to show these illustrations to anyone, I just decided I would throw in one of my original characters as one of the prompts, because I love drawing her. I think she's so fun to draw. So I just went ahead and did that prompt this year as well. So this is Callie, one of my original characters, and I wouldn't say that she's my most interesting or most well-developed original character, but I do really like her design, and I think that she's really fun to draw. She's just really, like, grumpy and sassy, so I went with something pretty simple, went with a circle in the background, again, just because I've really been enjoying doing that lately, framing the character. And then I did her in kind of a grumpy pose with sort of her hands on her hips, looking generally unimpressed. I tried to add a lot more sort of depth and shading into this than my version of her from last year, so I definitely think that this was an improvement. And I actually really like this illustration on the whole. I don't really have much more to say about it, I just think it's really cute and I enjoyed drawing it. Prompt number 60 was geometric. This is one that I was kind of nervous to embark on, I suppose, because I really wasn't very inspired by the geometric prompt. But I doodled something and it ended up turning out okay. I decided I was going to try my hand at using washi tape again, which I keep making this mistake and just going in and thinking I can do washi tape stuff. I'm really not very talented at it. I suppose I just need more practice, but I attempted to use washi tape for the dress pattern because I have these geometric sort of washi tapes. So I chose one of those. It's kind of a metallic sort of golden pink. And I gave this character kind of a weird geometric haircut and lots of sharp sort of angled jewellery just to kind of make this look interesting. I don't really know why I picked the particular colour scheme that I did either, it just sort of happened, and I don't think it looks too bad, but there's that pink and sort of rose gold in the washi tape design, and then I went with bright blue and brown to accompany that. I'm not really sure why. I don't think it turned out too badly. I also have a gold pen that I used here and there just to add detail to a few of her accessories and stuff. And then I just went with grey in the background. Oh, I didn't do a circle in the background for this one because I thought for geometric I'd do a kind of square-ish or a box sort of thing in the background. This one isn't one of my favourites, admittedly, but I don't hate it. My favourite thing about it is probably the way that the hair is coloured. I really like those markers in combination with each other, so I'll definitely have to try and use that again in the future because I think the hair looks really cute. Overall, this isn't one of my favourites, but I think it's okay. I'm just glad I got through that geometric prompt. Prompt number 61 was cactus. This is another one that I really like. I'm really happy that I've been enjoying these prompts more and more recently and staying within my comfort zone a bit more and just having fun with these because I feel like it's made this challenge so much easier for me and put so much less pressure on me. I don't know why, but I really felt like every single drawing had to be a masterpiece or it had to fit the prompt as perfectly as it possibly could and be really conceptual. I don't know why I had this sort of idea in my head, but all it was doing was making me panic with every single prompt, and then most of the time producing art that I wasn't very happy with. So I've just stuck with my comfort zone a little bit more frequently this week and drawn things that are cute and that I enjoy. So I did the same thing for cactus. I stuck with a kind of pastel colour scheme. I did use a couple of dark greens for the shading, but overall I used a pale green and then accompanied it with a really pale purple and just made it cute. So I drew this cute character with a little cactus pattern on her dress and a kind of flower in her hair, which was supposed to represent those cactuses that have flowers growing out of them. And then I drew cactuses all around her. So she has 2 in little plant pots either side of her, and then I do add a couple to the edges of the circle in the background too, just to kind of create a kind of border and frame the character a little bit. And then, like I said, I coloured it with really pale greens and purples, and then shaded a little bit with some darker greens here and there. And I really like how this one turned out. I think it's really cute. Her pose is pretty simple, but I think it works for the composition of the whole thing, especially since there's so much going on either side of her. And yeah, in the end I just added a couple of little details with fine liners and with pencil and with that white pen again. I really enjoy that end bit where I get to add all those little details in. And I really think it brings the cactuses to life too, because I added a lot of extra little spikes with the pens in the end. And yeah, I really enjoy this one. I think it's really cute. And finally for this video, prompt number 62, I actually changed this year. So I'm going to say for the sake of this video that prompt number 62 was balloons. So last year when I did this challenge, there were 3 prompts here that were kind of open. Last year I did 3 Christmas card designs, but I didn't really want to do that this year. I do still have all of my Christmas prompts a little closer to Christmas, but last year I needed to do the card designs much earlier in advance, and I didn't really need to do that this year, so I decided to change these prompts, especially since next week all of the prompts are the colours of the rainbow, and I wanted all of those ideally to be in one video. So what I did is I shifted those up on the list by a couple of places so that I could have 7 prompts next week that are all the colours of the rainbow. But that left this one space open at the end of this video, so I just decided I'm going to draw whatever I want. So what I ended up doing is redrawing an old illustration of mine. I went through my Instagram and just looked at some of my old doodles that I really like but are a little bit outdated, and I found this one that I still think is really cute. I'm not even really sure that my one this year improves it. I did change it quite a lot. So I just redrew this cute little character. She has pink hair and a blue and pink outfit, and she's holding a balloon in the original. I did 3 in the updated version. And yeah, I just wanted to draw something really cute and, you know, with a lot of pink and blue and purple, and something that I could add a lot of sparkles and highlights to. I realised kind of after the fact, I was halfway through colouring this, and I realised that this character really reminds me of Pinkie Pie. I didn't realise that originally, but she really does. Especially with the 3 balloons too, because I believe that that was kind of her symbol. Especially in some of the older iterations. I don't know about the new stuff. I don't watch that. I don't watch any of the new stuff. But yeah, this character ended up really cute, and it was just something fun to draw on this day because I didn't really have a specific prompt for this day, so I still really like my old one though. I don't know what it is about it. I think its simplicity gives it that extra bit of charm. I suppose everybody looks back on their old art and thinks, wow, that's better than what I'm doing now. Or maybe they don't, I don't know. But anyway, that is all the prompts for this video. I hope you enjoyed them because I very much enjoyed them from this week. I stuck within my comfort zone a little bit more and did stuff that was really cute and stuff that I really enjoyed and felt inspired to draw. And so I hope to continue that emotion through the rest of this challenge. This challenge has definitely had some ups and downs, and times where I felt really uninspired for prompts and times where I felt really inspired for prompts. And I just hope that I can continue to really enjoy myself and have fun with it, because I feel like I produce the best art when I'm genuinely enjoying what I'm drawing and having fun with it and not stressing myself out too much or drawing prompts that are really outside of things that I'm interested in. Anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the prompts. Goodbye.